Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy V, the Four Job Fiesta. Last episode we just completed the first elemental dungeon, the Earth Pyramid. And now we're going to head back toward the ancient library, just to let Guido know that things are going okay. So, but before we do that, we want to change up a little bit of things here. We want to give the red ability to Faris. We're going to want 2 people who have the ability to cast red magic spells. We're going to want to put the Slumber Sword on Cara. We don't have the Ice Brand right now. I'm going to make sure that Angels has a Fire Rod equipped. So we got a boss here coming up, so... Since we stop at this tree here, the hero appears. Hear you! Here comes the shadow there. I wonder if this is Circuit Castles, Hear You, or Ball Castles, or, well, I was gonna say Ball Castles or Tycoon Castles. It must be Tycoons because it brought Lenna with it. Alright, we're finally gonna get our 4th party member back. Lenna, wake up! But it's never easy. Nope. This is the boss fight we're gonna have to do. This body is mine. No, we're not gonna fight Lenna. We're gonna have to fight this monster who's possessing Lenna. Go, Marungi. You're finally free from the cleft of dimension after 1,000 years. It's X-Death. X-Death! For the monsters of the cleft of dimension have all become my minions. Moggy Mouse House minions. Ugh, Lenna, stop, please! How nice, being killed at the hands of your own. Oh, who's gonna save us? X-Death! No, he's not gonna save us. He's gonna do some bad things. Before that, I'm gonna get rid of that turtle. He's gonna start abusing the power of the Void here. So we got the Void's the Void's creatures to be his minions, and now it looks like he's gaining some control of the Void. He's gonna start targeting various different towns and people. Starting off with Sage Guido. Of course, that opens up the mountains there to the south of us. That opens up some future areas for us. A lot of the world is going to be opened up after this, or during this episode, so. Because we'll finally get that airship. Remember, we saw that break away from the peninsula. Soon, this power will be completely mine, and the world will be brought to its knees. Ha 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 ha! This is not looking good. Lenna, stop! Who comes to hear you? Donk. Hear You's attack in desperation. Lenna's body was separated from the monster. Here comes the monster. Now, the monster is really annoying because she does a barrier shift. But she's always going to enter the battle weak against fire. So that's why I have the Fire Rod equipped. So you can break the Fire Rods and do a ton of damage to her. I don't have the Ice Brand equipped because if you target her with any elemental other than the one that she's weak with, she'll absorb that. So if Cara would hit with the Ice Brand, she would have regained a lot of hit points. So I have the second red here, so for second damage dealer, and also to cast the scan spell, because occasionally she will use a barrier shift, and you'll have to find out what she's weak against. So then you can target with, angels and later on. So sometimes even though the slumber blade isn't doing any damage, it is putting her to sleep, letting us get some free hits on her. So. If we have the Ice Shield equipped on Faris there, that'll help her absorb that ice damage. So, we're getting the Wizard Rod to take care of all the rod needs that we have later on, so just kind of hanging out to see what if a barrier shift is happening, you guys see, whoop, she barrier shifted. And like I said, since the thing is non-elemental, the Slumber Sword is non-elemental, we never have to worry about potentially healing her with that Ice Brand. Now, if she's weak to Ice, then we'd obviously want to equip the Ice Brand on. But because she's now weak to Thunder, we're just going to target her now with, you know, lit 2s. We don't have any more Thunder Rods, I broke them all at the fighting those machine enemies. So while she's sleeping, we'll just be a little safe, heal ourselves up. She casts those level 3 elemental spells. So, alright. Now we can start targeting with the Thunder. Sometimes, if she scans and she doesn't have a weakness, that means she's weak to physical. So in that case, we'll just, you know, hit with Cara and Faris' chicken knife. So she tends to have really strong defense when she is weak to an element. But then when she's not weak to any elements, then she'll have low defense. So you just, like I said, the scan is important to know what you want to target her with. So, yeah, unfortunately, like, there's no thing about, like, her sprite doesn't change to let you know what she's weak against. You have to use that scan spell. Getting pretty lucky there with the sleep spell. The Slumber Sword is taking her down. So it's a slow battle, but it's not too bad as long as they said you heal up. Have at least like over maybe like 700 hit points to survive one of her elemental attacks. And you should be pretty good, so. The only bad thing with the sleep is when she's asleep, she's not going to change her barrier, and like I said, it would be really nice if she's weak to physical, because then we can start using that chicken knife and a fire spell. Ouch. And barrier changed. And unfortunately we used this spell beforehand, so yeah, so she's not weak to thunder anymore, so we unfortunately healed her, so well, let's heal ourselves up here, and then Faris' turn, we'll scan again. See what she's weak against. Ouch. Let's see here. Level 33. And since it had no elemental weaknesses, that means that she is now weak to physical attacks. So Cara and Pharaoh would do a lot of damage with their physical attacks. So let's hope the chicken knife doesn't run. And that finishes her off. There we go. And we get a whole bunch of battle points. Enemies, a lot of the enemies in this world, especially the sea monsters we're going to be fighting in the next episode, they don't give any experience, but they give a lot of battle points, so I'm actually going to start mastering some jobs. Lenna, sister, Cara, the castle, I was surrounded in total darkness. We understand. Try not to speak. So she's going to join our party, but she's going to be knocked out, so we're going to have to use the life spell to bring her back, or a phoenix down, but we'll just use our magic. So why use items when we have magic? Bring her back, and she'll stay in our bard class. We'll have to equip her with stuff, though, because remember we de-equipped her before we left. So we'll heal her up. We'll get some free healing pretty soon, so I'm not going to waste too much time healing. Or magic healing, so just enough to make sure that we can, you know, survive our trip to the airship. So, which isn't too far away. We already seen all the enemies that whatchamacallit, that are around the area. So crystal armor, the elf cape on for the front. There we go. And she only, best ability is red. She hasn't been mastering too much stuff because she's been all that time in the red mage job. So, guarding that, cast the regen spell on her automatically. So, it's like that vitality spell that the bard casts. She'll occasionally gain hit points in battle. So I'll head to the northeast of where the ancient library was, and we'll get our airship. Works just like last time. You step on it, press A, it takes you up in the air. And you can land in the water with this airship. So the entrance to the Cleft Dimension is where the Tycoon Castle is. Yeah, so we can go to the Cleft Dimension whenever we want to, but Cara says, let's hurry, we have to get there before the Exodus begins to power the void, but Faris is going to talk some sense and say, hey, Gita said we never won with the strength we have now. So, hey, we got one of the tablets. So let's go unseal 3 of the legendary weapons. So Kuzar Castle, we were told, is going to be to the east of Tool. But before we get there, we have a little cutscene coming up here. We're going to see X-Death and the Power of the Void. Power of the Void, show yourself. We get to see his power here, and we get to see some of his new minions. And there goes Warrior's Castle and Warrior's Town. Donk, and sucked up to the void. And quite a few more places. There is Istory. That's where we got Ramu. Sheep Town too. Yeah, you got one of the I think the love song there from the bard in the up by the pen. Towns are being sucked into the void. X-Death, why you? And Angel's gonna get really, really mad because spoilers. X-Death is about to take Angel's hometown, Village Licks. There's the Chocobo Village. It's surrounded like a chocobo forest. So there goes the Moogles. Kupo, Cara, Kupo, Kupo. And next there goes Village Licks. There's the wind shrine over there. You can stop there. You can get some free healing. Ah, angels, help! Oh, still know to call out the angels. So one of the side effects of a lot of these towns being sucked up is now we're going to be able to get to some places because there were some mountains that blocked our way, and when the towns got sucked up, some mountains got moved as well. So it just opens up some places for us to go. How terrible! Angel's hometown, the Verge of Licks. I can't believe this. Angel's going to get really, really mad and just go flying around, take out his anger. Grrr. Sounds like my dog Spartacus. Or sounds like my brother Spartacus. I'm having fun here on Daddy's lap, narrating while I get petted. Dad just gotta make sure that my sister Guinevere doesn't come over here and try to chew on the wires of the recording material. She's crazy like that. She's not a good rat like me and my brother Bob. But she's okay, she's a princess. We'll forgive her. Angel, stop! Speaking of princesses, if you think of angels, there was 3 princesses. Cara, Lenna, and Faris, they're all princesses. So, I only got 1 princess surrounding me. So here we end up by Lix's town where it used to be, but we're right by the Wind Shrine. Let's stop there. Remember, we usually have to get free healing at the Wind Shrine. So hey, let's see if it's still there. Head over to the free healing room, and the scholars ain't there anymore. And the pot ain't working anymore. Wonder what happened to it. Well, we'll find out in a little bit. I just wanted to stop there to kind of show that off. So, but let's head to the Circuit Castle. Should be around here somewhere because it's to the east of Tool. So, there's okay, there we go. There's that frontier village. We're gonna have to go back there a little later because you can get a ribbon finally. We want to talk with some of the people. We exploring. But hey, here's all the scholars. Princess Lenna, you're right. The book. So yeah, these guys are gonna function basically as like what Sage Guido did. They'll read the books to let us know if we forget what we're gonna be looking for. And they also brought that healing water. That's why it wasn't there at the Wind Shrine. The castle suddenly appeared in the place where exits were sealed. The truth the cleft dimension appeared in the sky above Tycoon? Waterfall behind another. So they give you 2 clues for where the 2nd and the 4th things are. So we have a new enemy in here when we are exploring. It's X-Death's Soul. It's pretty tough, but we can run into it. We'll eventually defeat it. So the tablet. We place the tablet on there, and each of the tabs will unlock 3 seals. So we get to choose though which one we want, and we're going to take the Mazmune That is the samurai's weapon. And that basically starts off the battle with a full ATB filled. Your action bar is filled, so the samurai will always go first in battle, which is good because if you have the sing ability on the samurai, they can maybe sing, charm all the enemies, love song to stop them. So that would be really, really good to have our samurai with a sing ability. So next we're going to get that wizard's rod that'll boost all our elemental damage for our red mage. And then after that, we'll get the Apollo's Harp. We're not going to get the sword, the Excalibur, because Excalibur is a holy elemental, and a few of the bosses coming up are strong against holy, so we wouldn't be using the sword against them anyway. Plus we have the chicken knife. We can always use that. That's stronger than Excalibur, actually. So we can get some, the last one, the Apollo's Harp, which actually does a lot of damage for a harp and is effective against dragons. So I think it does 4 times as much damage as normal against dragons. So that'd be really good toward the end game. One of the optional bosses is actually a dragon. So now the only other weapon that we really kind of want, that we really use for, like I said, is the Excalibur. I guess the assassin knife can be okay too, because everyone can use the knives, and the assassin knife can potentially hit KO any character or any thing it hits. But for the most part, all the other weapons we can't use them. We're not in classes that can use them, so kind of pointless to have them. So I don't think the chicken knife can double grip with. So we'll just put a shield back on Cara. So and the wizard basically functions as basically an all-in-one rod. So it'll boost the damage for ice, lightning, and our fire. So since you can't really use the double grip with a knife, we'll just give it a sing command. And that will be prepared for our journey when we start going out hunting some sea monsters. So our next tablet, though, is like that one person said, the Wind Shrine. That'd be the shrine to the south of Tycoon Castle. We saw there was a shrine in the first world, but it was surrounded by mountains. Well, now that the worlds have overlapped, the big bridge appeared in that section. And so the big bridge will take us to that island shrine. So, my servants, monsters of the cleft dimension. The warriors guided by the light of crystals are searching for the ancient stone tablets. Go, kill them. We can't let them have the 12 legendary weapons. So these guys will volunteer to go attack us. We'll do it. So the blue guy will be the second in the Wind Shrine. The green guy will be our third boss, and then the red one is the fourth boss for the waterfall dungeon. Well, like I said, we'll run into them later. So first we'll run into this X-Death Soul. And he has the X-Death condemned you. Well, X-Death Soul just basically hits you with an instant defeat spell, right out of the way. So I end up unfortunately running away here. The chicken knife runs away, so we get to defeat X-Death Soul, but we'll eventually defeat him because he's basically going to encounter him a bunch of times. We're coming back here to get the other legendary weapons. So, alright. The good thing is, if the X-Death Soul defeats us in battle, it's okay because we got the recovery shrine water right here. Heal ourselves up, and we're refreshed and ready to go. So, join us on the next episode where we go hunting for those sea monsters, clear out all the remaining monsters in the sea. Take care, have a good one. Bye.